Hello out there in YouTube land, and as always I thank you for viewing my channel, and I thank all of my subscribers. Today I'm going to do a special video, and what I try to do on my channel was to give back, because when I first started viewing YouTube I loved it, or still love it. I was literally on YouTube the day that I got tuned into it for like an entire day. It's just so much information here that you can gather. And here's a quick story as far as what got me kind of excited. One day I was having issues with my plumbing, and I decided, actually it was a leaky sink, and I decided I was going to try to fix it. Long story short, I didn't do a good job. It cost me $300 after I flooded out the bathroom, and I had to contact the plumber. Second time I was going to tackle an issue in the toilet, I decided, or should I say in the bathroom, I decided that I was going to check it on YouTube and see if I can find a plumber that would tell me how to install this piece. I found several. And again, long story short, I did the job. It only cost me like $9. So I went to Menards, bought the little piece, put it in, and they walked me through the process. I thought that was so wonderful, because 20 years ago, you didn't have this option as far as like YouTube where someone would show you for free. You had to actually pay someone to do it. So I love this concept of YouTube, and I try to find ways to contribute and give back. And I think, or hope that I have through my music tutorials as far as showing people how to play stuff that they can't get the sheet music to. So on that note, I'm going to go into my special video. When I first started to do, or should I say see covers on YouTube as far as people playing, I used to see this. Somebody would just pull out their amplifier, turn on their radio, and play along with it. The problem with that is you get that outside noise, and it sounded pretty bad. Then I seen the second version, or second way of doing it, where it sounds like the musician that's playing along is in the record. So I was trying to determine, how do you do that? And it took me like maybe 2 weeks to find a video, and I sent a comment to a gentleman on YouTube, and I appreciate you for responding. And he explained to me, how do you get that sound where it sounds like I'm playing along with the record without any outside interference? And what you have to do is buy a camcorder that has a capacity to take in an internal mic, because most of the low-end camcorders, it has a built-in mic, and that's it. You stuck with that. So the people that were doing the early videos were just using that kind of camcorder. So the guy told me you needed one where you can have the ability to stick a internal mic in, and that's how you get that sound where it sounds like you're playing in the record and you don't hear any outside noises. So I'm going to explain to you how I do my setup these days. The two pieces of equipment that I use is the Canon Vexa HF-R10. I first bought my first one March of last year when I started to do my videos and upgrading it to that way of doing it. I paid $250, I believe, for that camcorder used on eBay. I sold it to sacrifice the Canon T2i that I'm using these days for my short films. So I had to sell it in order to kind of ante up the money to get this camera. And I vowed that I was going to buy another Canon HF-R10, because I couldn't do my covers with this camera. So I did turn around and buy me another one. I bought it actually maybe about 2 months ago, and I got it off eBay again for $65. So they have come down tremendously, and the quality of them is pretty good. But if you can't afford it, I'm sure you can find a camcorder that will allow you to have to stick in a external microphone. It don't have to be this particular model that I'm using. Anyone that will accept an external microphone, you're all good. And the other equipment that I use is the Dodd FX7 effects unit. And I originally bought that effects unit when the keyboard player in my band had one, and he let me take it home. I loved it, didn't want to bring it back. I pleaded with him to sell it to me. He wouldn't sell it to me, so I found my own. Actually, I had bought like 3 or 4 of them. And with that external, or should I say effects box, what you need when you're doing, because you need I guess a preamp or an effects unit to set up the play-alongs. And what you have to have, and it's crucial, is a unit that have on the back of it jam-along plug-in. The reason why you need that is when you have your Dodd set up, or your guitar running into your Dodd, you have a jam-along cord, and that will pull in the music that you're going to use to play along with. I normally use my PC I connect my PC to my DOT into the Jam Along slot, or you can use an iPod or MP3 player, any music source you can use. That's what I use. And again, it's crucial that you have on your effects unit a Jam Along, so you can plug in your music source and play along with it. Then it has an external out that you run directly into your camera. And as far as again, your camera, you make sure that your camera has a external microphone plug-in, because if it doesn't, you can't do this setup. So those two things that you would need to do your quote-unquote play-alongs. And that's kind of basically it as far as that. And here's some updates as far as some things that's going to be going on in my channel. I have a new talk show that's on another YouTube channel, and the link is right down here below. You can click on it and please subscribe to it. It's kind of an innovative talk show, and the name of it's called Tell It Like It Is. We discuss issues that most talk shows are just afraid to deal with because they're afraid of being pulled off the air or their sponsorship being taken away. But we kind of cut through the chase, and we talk about things that needs to be talked about. And again, these other TV shows are afraid to discuss these issues. So please tune into it. Please support it, because without you guys, it just won't get off the ground. And it is a very insightful talk show, and it will kind of help our young folks, because when you're young, you need guidance. So what's coming up next on my, I guess on my channel is my next short film, which is entitled Camcorder. It's a suspense thriller that I think you guys will enjoy. You know, each time I do my short videos or short films, I try to take it to another level, you know, because the more you do it, the better you become. And as always, this one will not, I guess, disappoint you. It has a pretty good twisted ending, you know, because that's kind of my thing. I like to do things where you won't figure out what's going to take place. And coming up in April, we're going to start shooting my first play, and it's entitled Why Does Love Hurt So Bad? So that's going to be pretty exciting. I would have a large cast, and it's going to be, you know, kind of different. It's kind of going to be on the flavor of the old Tyler Perry plays. So that's something to look forward to. So on that note, I'm going to just sign off, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Until next time, take care. Thanks.